Hey guys, welcome to the Midnight Sun podcast. I'm Sakina, and thank you so much for dedicating your precious time on listening to this podcast. And hopefully, whoever that encounters this podcast will hit the subscribe and the bell button so that you won't miss out on any of the future episodes. And you can check out my latest episodes as well. I talk about a wide range of topics, and I feel like this podcast is a free diving and like free falling kind of a topic. I pretend that it's my own radio show where I can talk about anything. I don't have a niche, so feel free to recommend your future episode themes and topics. I'll check them out and I'll consider them. So long story short, by the way, my voice can sound a bit mad and angry and aggressive. Cause yes, I am. It's literally the seventh time that I'm retaking, re-recording, trying to get it finished. But every time that I record, the equipment turns off on its own, or someone calls me. I get a phone call or something. But I'm like, you know what? I'll keep trudging on and I'll get it done. I'll finish it. So never mind that. Long story short, today's episode, recording was not on my agenda for today, but I was inspired by a podcast that I was listening to. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to. I need to have my own take. Whoever that doesn't know is not familiar with the fact that I was hosting a Moonbear radio channel about a year ago, but I kind of discontinued that. I had touched on these topics, but I feel like it was pretty like a surface level. Hopefully, this time it will be more of like a revamped version, and I'll be more articulate than I was in the past. The topic is being pretty or beautiful, or like how women kind of revolve their lives around being pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I still haven't got my stuff together. I still am not fully there. That I'm not phased by my appearance. That I'm not uh, thinking about my look at all. Hopefully, I'll reach there. I'll reach. I will reach a point when I'm like 100% don't give a shit about the way I look. Have that level of comfort and like confidence and how do I say, non shit giving attitude about that. I feel like you'll get there, but after, I feel like the time that you reach that point is kind of too late after your 50s or something, but hopefully I'll reach there right now in my late 20s. Because I don't want my mind to be alert and like vigilant in terms of how I look, in terms of my external appearance. And this topic is not uh, it's like a very tip of the iceberg kind of a discussion because the root cause of it, the place that it stems from, is very deeply rooted, and we need to talk about it a lot. It's not just how we should handle it, but also where it comes from. Because when you know the root cause of something, you can no longer wonder, oh, where it comes from. Why did it happen? Um, from the day that we are born and we are raised into this world, girls are constantly told that, oh, my little pretty daughter, my beautiful princess, my pretty girl. You don't need to, you don't really necessarily hear parents saying things like my intelligent girl, I don't know, my clever girl, my talented, my creative, my I don't know, skilled girl or whatever. Uh, and that imposes a notion in in the little girl's mind that the ultimate mm, peak of achievement and success in life has to do with your appearance, with how beautiful you are, how pretty you are. Mind you, being beautiful and pretty are like two different things. Uh, and like, I feel like we know how to distinguish them. If we don't, let's just move on. I might touch on it later on. But like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the way the way the males are brought up, they are being raised, also has some faults in it, flaws in it. But since I'm a female, I'll stick to this side. Like the region that I live, that I dwell on, is in the middle of Europe and in the crossroads of like Europe and Asia. So it contains both Western and Eastern beauty standards, values. It's like perfect, like a medley of those two. And I feel like women have always been uh, at the center of attention in terms of their appearance. You see, a beautiful woman have inspired the greatest poetries, the greatest novels, the greatest songs and like lyrics, paintings and stuff like that. Which I absolutely agree with that. It's so um, how do I say, pleasing to look at something that is beautiful, especially look at something uh, which is a beautiful woman, you know. And I feel like we should um, value those women more and protect all women out at all costs. But my point is, forcing or persuading all women to look like just one small group of women is such a wrong behavior, or it's a structured way of shrinking women into being worried about solely their looks. Um, Here, like I said, in the place that I live, um, women used to have their unique features, their unique aura and charisma up until, let's say, 10, 15 years ago. But through this latest decade, with the rise of social media, with the rise of mass media, representatives kind of, you know, puking their very much flawed ideas into our minds about the beauty standards, about how much of a high value woman becomes once she steps into her prettiest self, quote unquote, prettiest self, um, with the much more accessibility of plastic surgeries and stuff. I feel like that unique aura of females in my country is well, it's not even slowly happening, but it's happening so fast that you can't even process it correctly. That charisma and aura is being swept away. It's being, how do I say, erased. What you see, the like I said, the reason that I mentioned that we are in the crossroads of Europe and Asia, so we also genetically have that mixed DNAs. we're not completely, we don't look completely Asian, or we don't look completely European, but we, I feel like, yeah, we kind of carry both unique sides, and both sides unique features. But now everyone wants to look like a Hollywood level pretty, which contains very minuscule button noses, plump lips, straight eyebrows, fox eyes, silk pressed straight hair, I don't know, hairless body, being skinny and being tan and stuff like that, etc. And the moment that you go out, the way that you kind of look around a bit, you have a hard time distinguishing, differentiating who's who, because everyone looks exactly like one another, and that is, I feel like, not a good representation for the little girls who happen to have their own unique features. You see, I'm speaking from experience. I'm not just bullshitting out of, you know, how do I say, my own made up imagination. I've had experiences with people commenting or giving unsolicited advice to me in public. I won't go in depth about it because, I feel like we all, at some point in our lives, we all kind of have gone through this, but that unsolicited advice doesn't come from the males. It comes from the females, especially the older females, saying things like, "Why you've got hairy arms? Remove it. Why you've got, I don't know, uh, thin lips? Plump it up. Why you've got big nose? I don't know, hooked nose? Get it done by surgery, like everyone else is doing that. Why are you Why are you still single? Get a man. Get married. Have kids. I don't know. Why are you so, I don't know what." What are these stuff that they always find worthy to be noting? Um, yeah. Why are you walking around with bare nails? Get your nails done. It will attract guys in your life. It will attract men in your life. As if I care attract a man in my life. You see, there are much more interesting stuff than suffocating myself. And I mean literally, in order to look a certain way that a guy will find me attractive enough to approach me. That shit is just so flawed from the beginning. I know, I get it. Like, I'm not against the family institution. I'm not against marriage. I'm not. Uh, I'm not a radical woke person. No, I value the family, family ties, family values, family traditions, two parent households. I value all of that. But what I don't value is to shrinking yourself. And that is applied to both males and women as well. Because males, like I said in the beginning, have their own had their own flawed way of upbringing, in my opinion, to look tough and aggressive, uh, how do I say it, nonchalant about their emotions, uh, and like carrying the weight of everyone else around them all the time, and like not vocalizing their needs and stuff, which is different side of how much how do I say, flawed thinking they develop once they are fully grown. um What was my point? I forgot my point. Yeah, what I was saying was that uh oh my god, I hate it. I literally hate it. The second that I'm going to hit the most interesting points in my mind, I forget it. Anyways, the thing is, like, if you want to look nice, looking nice, looking presentable, looking pretty in your own unique way is so refreshing. It's like, I'm not saying, by the way, don't get my words wrong, that I'm not promoting to look ratchet, to go out the moment that you wake up and like as if you just got out of bed. I'm not promoting that. Like I said, I'm not pro walking around ratchet and like unhygienic and stuff just because you don't care about your look. Value your body. Value the way that you look. Value your hygiene, your charisma. Because I feel like sometimes someone might be like drop dead gorgeous, but they might lack that charisma part, which I think charisma is your inner world, kind of sparking from the outside, from the inside out, if that makes sense. And I feel like women could do much more if only they would dedicate as much of a time and energy to their appearances that they do to their appearances, but this time to their um, inner world, enriching their inner world, their minds, their perspective about life and stuff like that. Um, you see, as a female myself, I feel like I was actually pretty proud of my um, persistence and like resistance um, against the societal trends of what's beautiful, what's pretty, what's trendy. Because beauty standards, they're so fickle and elusive. Like the moment you kind of play a catch up game with it, you're lost. You know that you will lose. You know that you lost it. You lost the game from the beginning, from the get go. Um, because like I said, beauty standards they change every time. At one point, looking curvy was a thing, and then on the next decade, being thick, like being stick thin, was advertised everywhere. At what one decade, being fair and light skinned was a thing, and then the next decade, being tan and like brown skin was a thing, and like that's why all of the light skinned girlies were undergoing through the what they were using the fake tans and stuff to look tan, superficially tan, artificially tan. Um, yeah, like you see, if you to the girlies who have hooked nose, your nose's purpose is not to look pretty, but to make you breathe, give you breath, give you fresh air, give you the ability to smell things. And if it does to you, that's it. And probably just wait for your turn until your type of nose becomes a trend. If you've got, I don't know, thin lips, please don't torture yourself to get it plumped up because that injection, you don't even know what's inside that injection. Uh, please do not complicate your health over something as something as superficial as a trend that will probably go away in a few years. Or if you've got some of the most gorgeous people with the most gorgeous hair, wavy, curly, I don't know, uh like frizzy hair, they're like trying desperately to straighten it up. Please don't. Yes, straight hair is beautiful, but so is curly hair. So is frizzy hair. So is, I don't know, like any hair texture is beautiful because it's humanly. We're not trying to look like manufactured uh byproduct of one product in terms of the look. Therefore, just embrace your look. Embrace the way that you were created because there was probably a reason for that. Embrace the differences. Embrace the colors. Don't try to be beige and like golden all the time. You know, that's the aesthetic that uh, a lot of females are following these days. It's so like incorporate bright colors in your life. That will make it more fun. And do not be faced by what the others think or say about your look. Cuz if someone has the audacity to comment on your look, remember that they as a whole person is just stuck there. There's nothing more than that. Just to comment other than commenting on someone else's appearance. That's it. And be your own best friend and do not be the ship who follows what's around them. Have the gut and have the balls to be your own, to be on your own and to live on your own terms. I feel like that's beautiful.